Good morning. It's 10:52 a.m. Sunday morning, April 8th, 2018. And I just got finished watching Renata's video about the homeless guy who was basically turned down at Target from getting assistance from an actor. And I was very touched by that story because I realize how easy it is to be homeless in today's world. And it really could happen to anybody. And oftentimes, people want to punish homeless people because they're looked down upon as lazy. They're looked down upon as somebody who did what they got in that situation all on their own. They like to tell themselves things like that because it makes them feel better, so that when they drive by them or they reject them, they can feel better. They can feel like, that their actions were justified in doing so. I can honestly say that in today's world, especially with things like gang stalking, a person could easily end up in that situation. Okay, I think most homeless people. I'm not saying all homeless people, but there's some homeless people who may have made some mistakes in life. Some people have been disowned by their families. Could have been an scapegoating situation. And then also there's people who have had issues with employment manipulation, things like that, who ended up homeless. So it's something that can affect anybody. And it's really eye-opening to see how hateful this world is. I know there's a Target close to my vicinity that, I know usually when I need like laundry detergent and I'm not going to the dollar store, if I have a little extra money, if I could buy a bigger container of laundry detergent, I usually go to Walmart. And I've been thinking, lately I'm going to start going to Target because it's closer to where I live. And, I personally don't think that Target, obviously the corporation confirmed that it's not their policy, but whoever actually made up that policy on the fly, which they tend to conveniently come up with things like that when they don't want to serve a certain person or whatever, they should be terminated for their position. They really should. Because it reflects badly on Target. It makes Target look bad, So I'm going to be watching that story very closely, and hopefully that person won't have a job for very long, because what these people do is just wrong, and it's a hatred towards their fellow man. I don't know who this person is. Obviously I think that the actor was shown, the face of the actor was shown on Renata's video. I don't recognize him. But he seems like a very kind-hearted person. If I was in the same situation, I probably would have done the same thing. He's in a position where he can give freely. He's got all kinds of things, money, resources, and he was willing to help somebody out. That's his money. It's his right to do so. And when people are saying you don't have the right to do what you want to do with your own money, what kind of dictatorship are we living under here in the United States? It's just absolutely crazy. I'm hoping that guy will sue Target. I know there's a lot of crime out there where people want to cover their ass, and Target is a big corporation. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I do wish him luck. Hopefully there was another alternative where that actor could have helped him anyway. Maybe he could have, I don't know. I haven't followed up on the story. Maybe he made some sort of other arrangement for that guy. It's very heartbreaking to hear that somebody has to actually deal with that when they're in such a desperate situation. Anybody could be in that situation, I will say I haven't been homeless, but I have been in situations where I have been very close to it. When you are dealing with employment manipulation, these people don't realize the urgency of your needs. And they will, wait forever to, assign you another job or whatever. So you're sitting in a situation where you are reliant upon these people. And who's to say that this person wasn't a target himself? Oftentimes I've been looking at homeless people a little differently than I have in the past, than people who are just down on their luck. I'm starting to think that it's a way of eliminating certain people. Maybe even a depopulation type of program that is going on, because this is not the first time I've heard of somebody being homeless and being turned down and being mistreated, or people being penalized for helping people who are homeless. So I'm keeping my eye on this story. I'm going to go return back to Renata's video so I can get a better look at the link that she attached to the video. I'm hoping that this guy gets some sort of assistance. You know, I'm a person who believes in hard work, and I believe that we have to pave our own way in life. You know, so, and I think a lot of people that I've met in the past who are homeless seem to have a pretty good work ethic themselves. You know. But for whatever reason, they found themselves in this situation. And, you know, I live in a community where the rent is pretty reasonable, okay? But still, if you are all by yourself, you know, it's still kind of a heavy load to carry all on your own. So it is not difficult for a person to be in that situation. And when I think of, you know, the lack of human kindness and the way that people ostracize people in these situations. I know the Bible talks about people who should never turn down widows or turn down orphans, or people who basically kind of describing homeless people. And yet people who claim to love God do this stuff every day, you know, and it's very eye-opening. So anyway, once again, Renata, you did a great video, and I appreciate your insight and your ability to provide people with this kind of information so that we can look at it and kind of highlight it and then think about it, because it really is true. I mean, anybody could end up in this situation, you know, anybody can, especially today where this gang stalking issue. And when I heard the story from Renata, I kept thinking, you know, this particular person this particular homeless person could very well be a target, because maybe these people, you know, because I know people's routine. This person comes to the store, let's make sure we do the Dehumanization Act or whatever, and so they denied this person. And I wouldn't be surprised if this person is a target, because this is how this operation works. You know, it's constantly, you know, taking away your rights and putting you in very awkward situations. Nobody deserves to be put in a situation like that or to be treated that way. And if somebody did do a crime, then let the courts handle it. If he was a criminal, he would obviously be in jail, or he should be in jail, okay? It's not for, you know, the everyday average citizen to sit here and decide, you know, who should be punished and who shouldn't. This is the arrogance of man, once again. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video, and I will be back with another one later. Thanks again, Renata. Bye-bye.